Quick question. Someone asks you, "How are you feeling today?" What do you say?
Let me guess. I'm fine. Or, I'm good.
Maybe "I'm tired" if it's Monday.
Right. 3 words to describe your entire emotional world.
But here's the thing. Research shows that people who can name their emotions specifically, not just good or bad, are actually better at managing them.
So today we're giving you 20 words, 20 ways to describe how you really feel. Beyond fine.
By the end of this episode, you'll never say "I'm fine" the same way again.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Mindful English. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Liam.
So, Liam, when someone asks you, "How are you?" what do you usually say?
Honestly, I say "I'm fine" or "I'm good." Or maybe, if it's been a rough day, "I'm tired."
Right. Fine, good, tired. We paint our entire emotional lives with these 3 basic colors. But the human experience? It's so much more colorful than that.
Psychologists actually have a term for this. They call it emotional granularity. It means the ability to identify exactly what you're feeling, not just bad, but specifically what kind of bad.
And here's what's fascinating. Research shows that people who can name their emotions with precision are actually better at managing them. There's a saying, if you can name it, you can tame it.
So today, we're going to expand your emotional vocabulary. We've selected 20 adjectives, 20 precise words that will help you describe your inner world with clarity.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to express exactly how you feel in English. Not just stressed, but specifically what kind of stress. Not just happy, but what shade of happiness.
We'll break them down by category: stress, anger, sadness, and happiness, each with its own subtle variations.
So let's stop saying "I'm fine." Let's discover how we really feel.
Let's start with the most common one in modern life: stress. Instead of just saying "I'm busy" or "I'm stressed," what can we say that's more specific?
Well, imagine you have too many things to do. Too many emails flooding in, too many demands from different directions. You feel overwhelmed. It literally feels like a wave is crashing over you and you can't catch your breath.
That's a great image. Now, what if you've been working hard for way too long and your battery is completely at 0%? You're not just tired, you're drained, or even burnt out.
Drained implies you have absolutely nothing left to give. It's like a phone that needs to be plugged in. But here's an interesting one. Sometimes you're not tired at all. You actually have too much energy, but it's nervous energy. You can't sit still. Your mind is racing. That's feeling restless.
Restless. Like your legs need to move, your brain won't settle. And finally, when you're worried about a specific outcome, like waiting for test results or a job interview callback, you might feel apprehensive. It's a mix of fear and anticipation.
Apprehensive is that knot in your stomach when you're waiting for something important. Okay, let's move to anger. And here's the thing. Anger isn't always loud. It has levels, like a volume dial.
Exactly. If something small is bothering you, like a mosquito buzzing in your ear, or your computer freezing for the 3rd time, you're irritated. It's a low-level heat. Annoying, but not explosive.
But what if you're trying to achieve a goal and something keeps blocking you? Like when you're trying to explain something in English and you can't find the right word? That's frustrated. It's that ugh feeling.
Yes, that's pure frustration. Now, let's go deeper. If you feel treated unfairly, like your coworker took credit for your work, or someone broke a promise, you feel resentful. That's a sticky, bitter anger that doesn't go away quickly.
Resentful is anger with memory. It sticks around. And if someone really crosses a major line, you're not just angry, you're furious. That's explosive, intense anger.
But here's something interesting. Sometimes anger is actually covering up sadness. If you're angry because someone hurt your feelings deeply, you might actually feel bitter, like there's a bad taste in your mouth that won't leave.
Now, let's talk about sadness. And here's an important thing to remember. Sadness isn't always bad. Sometimes it's just quiet, reflective.
I love the word melancholy. It's a beautiful, gentle sadness, like watching rain through a window or missing an old friend. It's not painful, just deep and contemplative.
Melancholy has poetry in it. But if the feeling is heavier, like there's a gray cloud over your head and you don't see any hope, you feel gloomy. That's when everything looks dark.
What about when you look at old photos or hear a song from your childhood? You miss the past. You feel sentimental or nostalgic. It's a sweet kind of sadness, isn't it?
And here's a word that's hard but important. Vulnerable. That's when you feel exposed, like you shared a secret and now you're scared of how people will react. It's uncomfortable, but it's also where real connection happens.
Vulnerability is scary, but it's also brave. All right, let's finish with the light. We say, "I'm happy," way too much. Let's get more specific.
What if you just feel peaceful? You're not jumping for joy, but you don't need anything else. You're perfectly satisfied with this moment. You're content.
Content is actually the goal of mindfulness, isn't it? Just being okay with what is. Now, what if you feel steady and stable, like a tree with deep roots, no matter what's happening around you? You feel grounded.
Grounded is such a good feeling. Solid, safe. And when you feel strong, like you can actually achieve your goals, like you have the skills and confidence, you feel empowered or capable. I can do this.
And finally, the most powerful positive emotion of all. When you look at your life, not because everything is perfect, but because you recognize the good things you have, you feel grateful.
Gratitude transforms everything, doesn't it?
Okay, we just gave you 20 adjectives. But here's the thing. Knowing the meaning isn't enough. You need to know how to actually use them in sentences.
So let's break down the patterns. There are basically 3 ways to use these emotional adjectives.
Pattern number 1. I'm adjective or I feel adjective. This is when you're describing your own emotion.
I'm overwhelmed by all the emails. I feel drained after that meeting. I'm content with my simple life.
Simple. You're the subject. Now, pattern number 2. It makes me adjective or it's adjective. This is when you're describing what's causing the emotion.
This traffic makes me frustrated. It's frustrating when people are late. The news made me feel gloomy.
But here's where it gets tricky. Some words work differently depending on who or what is the subject.
Right. Let's look at gloomy as an example.
I'm feeling gloomy today means you are sad. But it's a gloomy day means the weather is dark and gray. Same word, different meanings.
Or take overwhelmed. You can say, I'm overwhelmed. That's about you. But you can also say, the situation is overwhelming. That's about the situation.
This is actually a pattern with most ed and ing forms. The ed form describes your feeling. The ing form describes what causes the feeling.
I'm frustrated. Your emotion. This is frustrating. The situation causes frustration. I'm drained. You have no energy. This work is draining. The work takes your energy.
Here's a quick test. If you can replace the word with tired, use ed. If you can replace it with tiring, use ing.
Now, some words only work for people, not things.
You can say, I'm grateful, or I feel grateful, but you can't say, it's grateful. Grateful is only for people. Same with content. I'm content, not it's content.
But words like restless can work both ways. I'm restless tonight. You can't sleep. It's a restless night. The night feels unsettled.
Don't worry if this feels complicated. The more you use these words, the more natural it becomes. Just start with pattern 1. I'm adjective or I feel adjective. That works for all 20 words.
And hey, if you want more examples and practice sentences for each word, we've pinned a complete guide in the comments. Also, check out our previous episodes. We've covered tons of patterns for expressing yourself naturally in English. So, here's our invitation for today. Stop saying, I'm fine.
Right now, take a second. Scan your body. Check in with yourself. Are you drained? Are you content? Are you a little restless? Maybe apprehensive about something coming up?
Try to use one of these specific words today. Start simple. I'm feeling, or I feel. Pick just one word and practice it.
Because when you name the emotion accurately, you understand yourself better. And when you understand yourself, you can manage your emotions instead of being controlled by them.
We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and tell us, which word are you going to try using this week? Or share a sentence using one of these emotions.
And if this episode helped you put words to feelings you've had but couldn't express, share it with a friend. They might need these words too.
Thank you for getting emotional with us today, in the best way possible.
Stay grounded, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye!
Stop thinking, start training with Mindful English.